Okay, so let's discuss the assignment sets one by one. This was the first set that Chintu, Mintu, Pinku, Rinku and Tinku sat on a pentagon table out of which there were two couples and one bachelor. So दो couple थे, एक bachelor था. To see who is the ultimate loser. So they all voted for a particular person. None of them voted for the person on their immediate left or immediate right. Obviously, none of them imitated themselves as it was a losers competition. So what happened is whosoever will get the maximum number of votes will be declared as a loser. And they sat in the aforementioned order only. So then important point is that they sat in the same order in which their names are given. So if we talk about it, if we represent them by the diagram, it's very convenient. Okay. So Chintu, Mintu, Tinku, Rinku and Tinku. So this is how they will be represented in a diagram. Now, there are two rounds, round 1 and round 2. So in the first round, who can vote whom? Let's try to find out the possibilities. C can vote either for P or R because C cannot vote for the person sitting aside them. Similarly, M cannot vote for C and P. M can vote for P and R. And P cannot vote for R and M, so can vote for C and P. Then if I talk about R cannot vote for T and P, can vote for C and M. And at the end at the end T cannot vote for R and C, can vote for M and P. So this is the sequence in which they can vote in the first round. Now it is given to us that each of them received one vote as it was a tie. So each of them would have received one vote only. Okay. Now in the round 2, we are given that they voted again and Tinku was the ultimate loser. So Tinku got the maximum number of votes. Everyone except Mintu voted for the same person in the second round. Everyone except Mintu voted for the same person. Means C voted for whosoever person in the first round voted for the same person again. P voted for the same person again. R voted for the same person again, and T also voted for the same person again. Now T is being declared as a ultimate loser, means T would have received 2 votes. Since T would have received 2 votes, so which 2 people can vote T? Actually, there are only 2 people. So M also voted for T and P also voted for T. This is what we can conclude. I also know that Minku voted for the same person in the second round. Everyone except Minku, means Minku voted for someone different. Okay, but in the second round, Minku changed his vote. Since Minku is changing his vote to T in the second round, this implies that in the first round, Minku must have voted for R. Okay, so I can conclude that Minku must have voted for R in the first round. So with this, and rest everyone voted for the same persons. Let's see what we can conclude from here. Minku voted for R. Now each person received one vote. We know that. C voted for P and R. Since R is being voted by M, which means that C would have voted someone else except R. So C would have voted P. Okay. Then M has got voted him. Now P is being voted by C. So when T will vote, T will not vote for P because P is being voted by C. So T will vote for M. Now R will vote for C. P will vote for T. So this completes my first round voting. Everyone voted for the same person. So C voted for P again, R voted for C again, T voted for M again. T won by getting 2 votes. So this is a pretty easy set and is now completed. If I have to answer how many people we can uniquely determine they voted in the first round. So for in the first round, they voted for these people, it is given to us. Okay, everyone. So all of them. In the second one, among the above, who is definitely a male? So we are given that one of the male member didn't receive any vote in the second round. Who did not receive any vote in the second round? R did not vote. So R को कोई vote नहीं मिला, therefore R is a male member. So answer for this question is R. Chintu voted for dash in the first round. Chintu voted for Pintu in the first round. So this completes my first set. Okay, let's move to the other set that we discussed. In FIFA Championship, roundtable meeting representatives from 8 teams A, B, C, D, E, F, N, G, and H are sat around a table. Further, it is known that So there are 8 teams. Okay, there can be multiple possibilities. So I am taking 2, 4, 8 teams. These are 8 people. Now 4 of the clubs are friendly clubs and they face inside. So 4 face inside and 4 face outside. Barcelona and Fulham are friendly clubs facing each other. So Barcelona and Fulham are friendly clubs. They face each other. And they face each other means they will face inside. Okay. Now Everton and Dortmund face in same direction. So whatever direction it is a pair. Okay. 2 teams sit between Getafe and Everton. So 2 teams sit between Getafe and Everton. This point is taken care of. This point is also taken care of. This point is also taken care of. Barcelona sits 3 places away from Arsenal. So Barcelona 1, 2 and Arsenal. So Barcelona sits 3 places away from Arsenal. Dortmund sits to the immediate left of Barca, who is not the neighbor of Chelsea. So Dortmund sits to the immediate left of Barca, who is not a neighbor of Chelsea. So Barca is not a neighbor of Chelsea, so Chelsea cannot come here basically. Okay, and Dortmund is on the left. Chelsea sits third to the left of Everton. Now Chelsea sits third to the left of Everton, whichever direction Everton is sitting. I know for sure that there are 2 people between Chelsea, 2 teams between Chelsea and Everton. So I can conclude this, that G space E space C. Now, my first and foremost task should be to set E because I will get many ideas from this. Let's see where I can place E. So, can I place E here? If I am placing E here, space, यहाँ पे एक टीम आनी चाहिए, space, यहाँ पे एक टीम आनी चाहिए, ठीक है? Barcelona is at a gap of 2 from Arsenal, so Arsenal can either be here or Arsenal can either be here. Okay, now if I am using this point of E, then C cannot come here. One of the team has to be G and other is C. Since C cannot be here, therefore G is here. Okay, since G is here, therefore C must be here in this case. Now, if I see now A has only 1 spot left, so A must be here. Okay, done. And only team left is H. H is the Hull City team. So now I have determined the direction of 2 of the teams. Is there any hint using which I can find a team direction? Thus facing the get up of Barcelona. Chelsea sits third to the left of Everton. So if Everton, now if I am taking the Everton direction inside, okay, let's say if I am taking Everton direction outside, then Chelsea will be third to the right. But it is known that Chelsea is third to the left, which means Chelsea's direction is inside. So Everton this way, Chelsea this way. And since I know that D and E have same direction, so D is also this way. So these 1, 2, 3 and 4 clubs are friendly clubs facing inside. So rest of the clubs will face outside. So this completes my set and it is one of the interesting set and the perfect cat level set. So my first question is, who sits second to the right of Chelsea? So Chelsea is sitting outside, facing outside, first to the right, second to the right. The answer for this question is G. Each team has changed its direction, then which team is to the right of second to the right of Barcelona. So Barcelona sits inside. If I make it outside, second to its right will be E, Everton. Okay, so this completes my second set. Let's move to the third set. Okay, so the next says there are 7 persons, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G are seated in a row having 8 seats. One of the seats is vacant. So there are people having 8 people and 7 people and 8 seats. Some of the person are facing north, some are facing south. So it is one interesting set. Only one person sits between C and G. So C space G. The number of person to the left of E is same as the number of person to the right of E, who is facing in north direction. So E is facing north. So there are 7 people, 3 on this side and 3 on this side. One of the seat is vacant. I know that for sure. And I also know that vacant seat is not at any end. It is also given to me. Since there are and then C is an immediate neighbor of E. So I'll have to spot some cases. I know that C is the neighbor of E. Also, I know that E is the C and E are neighbors, so there will be multiple cases. Let's take some cases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now there are 3 people on the right side of E and 3 on the left side of E. So one case will be 1, 2, 3 people. E is here and C is the neighbor. So E is facing north. So one case will be E is here and C is here. One case will be 3 people from here. E is here and C is facing north. Sorry, and then E is here and C is at this side. So these are the cases. So I have written this. I have used this line. I have used this hint. I am yet to use the first hint. In some of the cases, the G's position is set. G will come here and G will come here. Also, G can come in either. Okay, let's see what happens with G. A is fourth to the left of C. Since A is fourth to the left of C, let's talk about C here. If I am placing C on the north direction, then A cannot be on the fourth left. So in this scenario, C has to face south, and then A would be first left, second left, third left, and fourth left. A will come here. In this scenario, I cannot place C downwards for the obvious reasons as above. So A was second, third, and first, second, third, and fourth. A will come here. Okay. A and C are facing same direction. ये हमें दिया हुआ है. A. Okay. Now if I talk about C at this point, if I take C outwards, then first, second, third, fourth left, again not possible. If I take C this 1, second, third, fourth, A will come here. Direction will be south. In this case, A cannot come here. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, A will come here, and direction is same. So like this. Okay. So this is what I can conclude about A from this point. This is what I've concluded. Okay, so these are the 4 possibilities I'm running. D and G are the immediate neighbors of each other, and G sits at one of the extreme ends. So G sits at one of the extreme end, and D and E are neighbors. So G must be here, D should be here, G should be here, D should be here, G should be here, D should be here, G should be here, and D should be here. Now, one of the spots have to be vacant. So remember, one of the space had to be vacant, and that cannot be the corner space. I also have to remember that. Okay, 2 persons sit between B and D. So if I have to make 2 people sit between B and D, then in this case 1 and 2, then I'll have to take this as a vacant space, and I'll make B sit. I'll make B sit here. I'll make B sit here. I'll take 2A. I'll make B sit here, or I can also take this as a vacant place, and I can make B sit here. But I have been given that B is not a neighbor of A, therefore B cannot come here for sure. So this is what I can make out of this right now. If I talk about this scenario that 2 people sit between B and D, then these are the 2 people. I will have to take this spot as vacant. So 1, 2, B will sit here. If I talk about this scenario, I'll have to take this seat vacant. I'll make B sit here. If I talk about this scenario, 1 and 2, B will sit here, or yes, B will sit here because I cannot take A as a vacant space. No, let's see for F is neighboring B and A. F is sitting neighboring B and A means it is either AFB or BF in some sequence. So can I make it here? Yes, I can make it here as F, F, and F. But I am given that vacant seat is not at any of the ends. But if I say in this arrangement, I am taking vacant seat as this one. Similarly, in this arrangement, I can take vacancy as this one because I have already sorted the positions of already, which means that these two cases are wrong, definitely wrong. So I don't know about the other two, but these two are the definitely wrong cases. So let's remove them. I'll just remove them. This is a wrong case, has been removed. This is also a wrong case and has been removed. So remove this. So two out, only two sets are left. Let's see what else I can get. The team neighbors of E are facing in opposite direction, which means that E के आसपास जो दो लोग बैठे हैं with respect to each other are in opposite direction. It is not necessary that their positions with respect to E are in opposite direction, but they are facing opposite direction. So if E's left hand is north, E's right hand is south, and so on. Okay. Here's E's right hand is C, so B must face south. Here's E's C, this is C, then B must face north. This is given to me. B and F are facing same direction, so F is facing this, and here F is facing south. Let's see ahead. B and E are facing, the person sitting at extreme ends are facing opposite direction. So A is north, therefore G has to be south, and here A is south, so G has to be north. And not more than 3 people face north direction. So maximum number of people facing north direction is 3, which means either G or B or F or E. But in the second scenario, I am having 4 people facing north directions, which means that this scenario is also wrong. So removing this scenario. Let's remove this scenario. So if I see this person is facing north, north, and north, south, south, and D. I don't have any condition specific, so I can make him face south. Do we have any condition for D? No, don't have any condition for D, so I can make these south. So this will complete my set, and this is the arrangement I am talking about. Okay. Now, who sits second to the right of B? Second to the right of B is player C. Sorry, to the right of B. B is facing south, so player A. How many people are between B and G? Between B and G, there are E, C, and D. 3 people. The vacant spot is which position from the right extreme end? From the right extreme end, it is the third position. Okay, so this completes my this set. Let's move to the last set. Now, 7 friends A to G are sitting in a straight line facing north. Distance between two immediate neighbors decrease from left to right in consecutive multiples of 5. So the distance will be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. And the maximum distance is not more than 50. So there will be again multiple cases. Distance between A and B is 50. Before we start, let's take some cases. I don't know how many cases I'll need, but let's slightly do this. Then the cases are 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Okay, so if one person is sitting here, other is sitting here, distance between them will be 5. So this is what I have to understand. Okay. So it's quite a laborious task, and to be honest, this is not a CAT type of a question, but more of a bank PO sort of question, because these type of questions are generally not asked in CAT, to be very frank. Might be asked in IFT, but if it is, then if it is having too many possibilities, I should rather try something else. Okay, let's now try to map arrangements on it. Distance between A and B is 45. Since distance between A and B is 45, and it is also given that B is towards the left of A. So B and A. B is towards the left of A. So, and distance between them is 45. So B here, A here, this is one possibility. I have to keep the distance 45, so I can take multiple arrangements also. A as here and B as here, because distance is 20 plus 25 is equal to 45. Okay, so this is the possible case. Okay. Now, what else I can take? I can also take the distance as 20, 15, 35 and then 45. So I can take A here, 20, 15, 35 and then 45. B here. Okay, so this is what I can fetch from here. Now let's read the next line. So the next line here is B and distance between B and C is equal to distance between C and D. So distance between B and D is equal to the distance between C and D. Now if I see this information carefully, I have to place C somewhere in such a way that I can map their distance. Okay, so if I place C here, okay, then distance between B and C will be 45 plus 50, 95. I'll have to place D in such a way that distance is again 95, which is not possible, which means I cannot keep C here. Okay, if I keep C here, 40 is the distance between B and C. Can I keep it 40? No. If I keep C here, 45 and 35, 40 and 35, 75. 30, 25, 55 and 20, 75. Yes, this is one possibility that I can keep it here and here. So now there are 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this I have collected my 7 spots. Now, what does my general instinct says? General instinct says, let's try to make the set. So what is given forward? That E is towards the left of G. E is towards the left of G. Okay. Who doesn't sit at any of the extreme ends? So extreme end. So this is the extreme end, and E cannot sit here. So E and G. So E can let's see what can be done. Okay. So F is at a distance of 35 meters. So F has to come here. In that case, E will come here. G will come here. E and G is more. E is towards the left of G. Sorry, E is towards the G and G will come here. So distance between E and G is more than the distance between A and C. So ED distance is more than AC. So ED distance is, if I see ED distance is 20. AC difference is much more than 20. So this is not a possible case. So I can erase this case. This scenario is not possible. Let me think again and try to map other possibilities. Now, if I choose this case, where can I keep my C? So if I keep my distance between BC is equal to CD, if I keep my C here, I'll have to keep my D here because distance is 15 and distance is again 15. Now, what are my spots? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. I'll have to fetch up to this point. So I have to place my 7 people in this distance. Let's see if I can do that. So I know for a fact that E is on the left side of G and G is not on the extreme corner. Distance between C and F is 35. This is also known to me. So first of all, I'll have to keep distance 35, so 15 and 25. I'll have to keep V F here. Now E is on the left of G, so E will here and G will be here. But again, this is a wrong scenario as G will be on the extreme end, and it is given to me that G is not on the extreme end. Removing this. Now BC is equal to CD. ये में given था. C and F 35 है. Let's try to map them somewhere else now, where I can keep it. Now B is here, A is here. Okay, 10, 20. Or can I take another scenario when it was B here, A here? Okay. If I keep C here, 5, I cannot keep D somewhere else. This case is not helping me out. B here, 30, 10 and 15, 25. And I cannot keep anywhere else. Then 10, 15, 25 and 20, 45 and 25, 80. If I keep it here, C, then 30, 35, 16, not possible, not happening. 80 and 30, 110, 25, 20, 50, 70, 100, sorry. Okay, the distance here up to this point is 70. Again, not happening. Okay, 100, 30, 35, not happening. So I'll have to think of my previous case only, where I kept A and B on these points. So I have kept A here, B here. Now I have to map C somewhere, and I have to keep BC is equal to CD. So 20, if I keep C here, in this case I have checked already. If I'm keeping C here, D here, it didn't work. So now I'll try to place C in the front side. Can I place C here? Distance will be 20. I cannot do it. Can I place C here? I cannot do it. If I place C here, if I place C here, okay. Now the distance between B and C is 20 plus 25, 45 plus 30, 75. So C 35 and 40, 75. So I can actually keep D here now. So if I'm keeping D here, the distance between C and D is again 75. So this is a possibility. Now let's try to find out how many places are these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can extend it to both sides basically. I can either take one spot from here, or I can extend my arrangement to this place and I can keep one spot here. So let's see what is happening now. Okay. Now, so basically now if I'm using, let's say I'm now using this spot as my 7th spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots are there. Now it is given that C and F has a distance. F will anyway come here. There is no other possibility for F. Now I cannot use this spot because then I'll have to keep G here, which will make it to the extreme end again. So let's eliminate that. G को मैं यहाँ रखता हूँ, and what is the other player? And the other player is E. E will come here. Okay, E is to the left of G. Now distance between E and G is greater than the distance between A and C. So distance between E and G is 15 plus 20, 35, and distance between A and C is 30, which is actually greater. Okay, so this completes my arrangement. This completes my basic arrangement. So what I finally got, I have finally got my arrangement as E, P, G, A, C, F, and D. So distance between them being 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. So this is what I have achieved up to now. Now, rest my task is over. Okay. Now let's try to move and sort the other movements. They had few movements. D turned towards C and moved 8 meters. D turned towards C. So D turned towards C and moved 8 meters. So came somewhere here. Took a right turn and moved 24 meters. So took a right turn and moved 24 meters. So D dash. This is the final position. B turned toward A, moved 21 meters. So B crossed this 20, moved this 25, 21. इससे आगे निकल गया यहाँ कहीं पे. Took a right turn and moved 18. So took a right turn and moved 18. So B dash. This is the final positioning of B. C turned towards E and moved 12 meters. C turns toward E and moved 12 meters. So reach somewhere here. And then took a right turn and moved 15. Took a right turn and moved 15 meters. Then took a left turn and moved, and there is some distance which is X, we don't know. And finally took a right turn and above, right turn and moved 48. So move 48. So C dash. This is the final position of C. Okay. Okay. So this completes my arrangement, and then there are some questions based on these. Okay. So we don't know what we can proceed from here. Okay. Now with this we have completed what we discussed. So to be honest, this was our pilot study, that if we are giving the recorded version, what is the student experience. So we will discuss it in the class now. Okay. Thank you for watching it.